Live from WTVO 17 and your home team, Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
2 years after a 23-year-old Rochelle man's death, there are still more questions than answers. His parents tell us they won't give up hope to find out what happened to their son.
A McChesney Park business leaves a customer speechless after a gesture of generosity. The special upgrades that will now come on the house.
Plus, 1 century and a few years more have a Rockford woman celebrating her socially distant birthday with colorful signs and waves from loved ones. She shares her secret to a happy, long life.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
It's been exactly 2 years since Tyler Smith, a Rochelle resident, was found dead. Police are still investigating what happened to him.
Smith was 23 years old. Today, Michelle Rave talked with his parents. They tell her they're desperate for answers surrounding their son's death.
September 15th is a significant day for Sandy Halsney and Kevin Smith.
It's the day that, 2 years ago today that Tyler was found deceased in Cedar Fork Creek.
Their 23-year-old son, Tyler Smith, had gone missing in Galesburg the day before.
It's a little bit of bittersweet day for us, because, we're always going to miss him.
At a young age, Tyler knew he wanted to help others and was prepared to move to California to become a police officer.
Right here he says, someday I want to be a police officer and capture the bad guy. And then it says, then the very next page says, someday I want to be an army man.
Tyler always wanted to have his own man cave, something his parents recently did to pay tribute to him.
Put it over here, and when I was here putting it on here, I felt it was already a nail here, and it felt like he was like, no, Dad, put it here. And that's what I felt, and so it just kind of flowed. And like his high school, with the college, did with the Army stuff,
Illinois State Police Division of Criminal Investigations is now looking into Tyler's death.
What happened to our son, basically, is our main goal is what happened to Tyler, because we knew something wasn't right.
The family recently held a 5K run in his honor and also started the Tyler Smitty Smith Fund to give high school students scholarships, a way to make his legacy live on forever.
We'll never get Tyler back, but if we can just get justice for him, if something happened to him, we've been sentenced to a lifetime of grief, and we feel that, that person should be, or those persons should be held accountable. And we won't stop fighting for him.
In Rochelle, for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
There's a $25,000 reward leading to an arrest and conviction in Smith's death. If you know anything about the incident, call Illinois State Police.
Winnebago County health officials say the coronavirus positivity rate has increased again. It's now at 7.2%. That's the highest that number's been since tracking began. Monday's positivity rate was 6.8%. There are 63 new COVID cases reported. There were no additional deaths. The recovery rate in the county remains at 96.2%.
More financial help is on the way for businesses affected by COVID and recent civil unrest. In all, $245 million in grants is available. $25 million will come from the Rebuild Distressed Communities project that can be used to repair damage from civil unrest and to invest in struggling communities. Another $220 million will come from a second round of business interruption grants. The funds will be targeted at small businesses hit hardest by the pandemic.
Helping entrepreneurs stay afloat, giving business owners the help that's necessary to keep the lights on and to keep payroll flowing is vital to preserving jobs and businesses until we get to the other side of this pandemic.
Businesses can start applying for grants Thursday.
Illinois marijuana sales hit an all-time high in August. According to the Department of Financial and Professional Regulation, marijuana shops sold over $63 million in recreational weed last month. That's almost $4 million more than in July. Sales figures show Illinois residents spent $46 million on pot. The rest came from out-of-state buyers. Illinois dispensaries have sold more than $360 million worth of cannabis since sales became legal in January.
Winnebago County law enforcement agencies are using a new system that's designed to make it easier to share information. Every police department in the county will use the same record management system. Rockford, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, Loves Park, and Rockton are just a few on the list. All will be able to access police records across the region. The county's hopeful it can lead to more efficient and effective policing. This is the first time the county will use this type of system.
In the next half hour, Rockford City officials are set to host another roundtable discussion to promote transparency within the community. Last week, Police Chief Dan O'Shea, Mayor Tom McNamara, and Rockford aldermen took part. They talked about body cameras, use of force, and domestic violence. Tonight, some topics that could be addressed are police reporting and racial profiling. The meeting is open to the public. It starts at 5:30 at District 1 headquarters on West State. A Machesney Park auto body shop had two customers checking their receipt twice after service was done. Dylan Srocky caught up with the residents who tell him it was a pleasant surprise.
Midcoast Customs in Machesney Park is paying it forward to help two local men with disabilities. Recently, Todd Earhart went to the shop hoping to get some work done on his truck and was shocked when the shop offered it for free. Now, the shop is working on another special task. Joe Keck is an Army veteran who lost his left arm in a Humvee accident in 2008. He came into Midcoast Customs hoping to get a small wrap to hide some scratches on his car. Instead, they're covering the entire car in this Army green design for free. Both Earhart and Keck say they're blown away by the gesture.
Just saying here, I don't want nothing in return except for your friendship. Here. That's how you change the world.
It's kind of nice seeing people doing things for other people. Kind of restores your faith in humanity a little bit.
Coming up at 6, we'll hear from a shop manager about why they wanted to step in and help out. In Machesney Park, for your home team, I'm Dylan Siraki.
A Rockford woman celebrates her 107th birthday today. This is Doris. The celebration was different this year due to COVID-19. Festivities included a parade of cars, balloons, and colorful happy birthday signs. Loved ones dropped off flowers and tasty treats for the celebration. The birthday girl shares what's helping her live a long, happy life.
And I think I had a good beginning, and I tried to do my best to eat right, and I do exercise and keep going.
Doris says she's going to continue the celebration by sharing cake and ice cream with her friends in the retirement home.
Happy birthday, Doris.
A historic settlement is announced between the city of Louisville and the family of Breonna Taylor.
In March, the EMT was shot to death in her own home by police. Rena Roy tells us about the multi-million-dollar deal, which includes a police reform package.
Tonight, a big step for the loved ones of Breonna Taylor in their fight for justice.
The Louisville Metro government has settled the civil lawsuit with her estate.
The family of the 26-year-old EMT receiving $12 million from the city of Louisville after filing a wrongful death lawsuit. The city also agreeing to implement policy changes in the police department, including requiring commanders to approve all search warrants before going to a judge.
This is about setting a precedence. We cannot let her life be swept under the rug.
Calls for a systemic overhaul in policing have been echoing coast to coast following Taylor's death. Protesters still demanding criminal accountability 6 months later. Breonna Taylor! One of the 3 officers involved in Taylor's death was fired, but none of them have been charged.
It's time to move forward with the criminal charges because she deserves that and much more. So please continue to say her name. Breonna Taylor.
You can hear Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, pleading for help that fateful night.
Help! Oh my God! Yes, help! What's your name, sir?
Walker, who filed his own lawsuit against the city and police earlier this month, says he and Taylor were asleep when officers broke down the door on a warrant, and in self-defense, he fired a warning shot. Walker is claiming immunity under Kentucky's standard ground law.
I am a legal gun owner, and I would never knowingly shoot a police officer.
Police initially charged Walker with attempted murder, but those charges were later dropped without prejudice, meaning they could be refiled. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now your first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Doom.
Temperatures finally made it back into the 80s today. It felt very comfortable out there considering it was a week ago today that our high temperatures were stuck in the 50s. Right now we're at 80 degrees in Rockford, 78 in Rochelle, 77 for a current temperature out in Freeport. Our weather watcher Bob in southeast Rockford recently recorded a temperature of 80 degrees with only a 56-degree dew point. That means our air is very dry, just adding to the comfortability. Humidity all the way down in the 40 to 50% range. Temperatures were nice and warm across the entire region today. We're at 81 in Des Moines, 86 for a current temperature out in Sioux Falls, Iowa. But if we zoom out here, you can see lots of cold air sitting up to our northwest behind this cold front. As soon as this cold front passes over the area midday tomorrow, a lot of this warm air is going to be dragged down into the state line. Our temperatures are really going to cool off very quickly thereafter, but we'll enjoy the warmth while we have it. And what better way to accompany the warmth than with lots of blue sky, which we can see over Beloit using our Mercy L sky track. You can see not really any clouds in sight, but we are still seeing quite a bit of haze as a result of those wildfires all the way out near the west coast. But nonetheless, lots of blue sky means no rain for another day here in the state line. Once again, the entire Midwest pretty much was dry and clear today. Here's a look at the radar as it's focused over Hurricane Sally. You can see it's bringing steady rainfall to much of the Panhandle and to the Mississippi and Alabama coast. Looks like most of the rain is just missing the New Orleans area. It's going to continue to bring lots of rain here over the next couple of days. Here's a look at a visible satellite image from the storm. It's starting to get dark here toward the end of this loop because the sun is starting to go down, but you can see very detailed structure here. It doesn't quite have an eye yet, at least on satellite, but it is definitely a very intense storm. Hurricane warnings are in effect for much of the coast, pretty much the entire coast in the storm's path, as well as several miles inland. Tropical storm warnings as well for much of the area. So it was downgraded to a Category 1 hurricane, down from a Category 2 hurricane last night. Right now it has maximum sustained wind speeds of around 80 miles per hour. One reason why this storm is so dangerous, though, is because of how slow it's moving. It's practically parked just off the coast. It's only moving at 2 miles an hour, so this rain is just going to keep pouring on this area for days to come yet. It's not even forecast to make landfall until early tomorrow morning, even though it just sits about 60 or 70 miles just off the coast. Here's a look at some 24-hour rainfall totals for some cities in the storm's path. Gulf Shores, Alabama, about 5.5 inches. This is just in the past 24 hours, mind you, not even considering the rainfall that fell before that. Just under 4 inches in Pensacola, Florida, just under 5 inches in Destin, Florida. Back here in the state line, clear conditions going to stick with us through the rest of the evening, through the overnight tonight as well, and even into tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll see a few more clouds move in as the cold front pushes on through. That's the cold front we just talked about. This will bring us a slight chance for a little bit of rain, but our main impact from this cold front is going to be how much it cools our temperatures down. Conditions will dry out by the latter part of the evening and into Thursday when we expect more sunny skies. Now for tonight, temperatures dropping into the upper 50s for a low, mostly clear skies overhead. Tomorrow, a little bit more cloud cover with temperatures dropping into the 80s, but this could be the last day of 80s for quite some time. You can see temperatures then drop into the upper 60s for Thursday, likely not returning to the 70s until at least Sunday.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Leber.
A demand for the return of high school football in Illinois this fall is growing. Communities and coaches are organizing rallies to make a plea to politicians to reinstate football. Rallies will be held this weekend in Chicago and in Springfield, but those rallies aren't likely to sway Governor Pritzker. He stated again today in Chicago during a press conference that he's not in favor of games being played.
Look, I'm not willing to sacrifice people's lives or their health, neither the children nor their parents who would be affected also. And so we're being careful about it, but I am relying upon doctors and researchers to give us the information. This isn't a political decision. I know that there are people who would like me simply to make a political decision to allow people to endanger themselves.
When it was pointed out to the governor that other states around Illinois are playing football this fall, Pritzker said if those states decide to endanger their children and families, then that's their decision. Will we see Big Ten football this fall after all? We might know later tonight. There are reports that the Big Ten Conference could announce a decision on whether it will bring back football this fall or rather than wait until next spring. Conference presidents and chancellors met last weekend to discuss the latest medical information regarding COVID-19. They are said to be encouraged by developments in rapid testing that could make a return to play possible. If teams began practicing immediately, it's possible that an 8 or 9 game Big Ten season could begin in mid-October and be completed before the NCAA playoff field is announced. One of the biggest holes the Bears had to fill going into this season was Prince Amukamara's old cornerback spot. Rookie Jalen Johnson has seemingly answered that question already with his performance in Detroit last Sunday. He did not look in over his head at all. He had 6 tackles and 2 pass breakups. He says he felt right at home.
It definitely felt natural, felt good being out there. I mean, at the end of the day, it just came down to just playing football and trusting in myself and my teammates, and then just trying to make as many plays as I can and not give up too many plays. I mean, that was pretty much it. It felt good being out there playing ball.
As we look at our first one, interactive radar, sponsored by Rockford Auto Glass and more. As we look at Hurricane Sally as it brings torrential rainfall to much of the southeast coast. Back here on the state line, we're going to see another day in the lower 80s tomorrow before temperatures cool off into the 60s for Thursday, hanging on to the 60s as we head into the weekend, hopefully getting back into the 70s as early as Sunday.
But another day in the 80s. All right, thanks, Kevin.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.